私がこちらに向かう際、奥様はまだ岩隠れの里にいると聞きます。きっとあなたが帰ってくると信じているのでしょう。
そんなよた話で出力などさせんぞ。
そう簡単に人の心は死なないわ。
民法非暴死。
In the world of shinobis, we meet Gabimaru, a skilled and elusive warrior who possesses a unique and unsettling ability. He cannot die. In his dark and perilous journey, he manages to thwart every attempt to execute him, whether it be through beheading or burning. However, far from embracing this seemingly invincible trait, Gabimaru curses his inability to find release in death. As he reveals his haunting past to his interrogator, Gabimaru recounts his time training in Iwagakure village. It was within this rigorous environment that he honed his skills, developing a body beyond the limits of normal humans and transforming into a highly efficient killer. He also divulges that he was married to the daughter of the clan chief, painting a picture of a life filled with love and happiness. Yet, his desire to leave this world behind proved to be his undoing, as his request for permission to depart led to a devastating betrayal at the hands of the authorities. Despite numerous futile attempts to end his life, Gabimaru finds himself face to face with his interrogator, Yamada Aseman Sagiri. In an unexpected twist, it is revealed that Sagiri is not only an interrogator, but also a skilled sword tester and executioner from the Yamada clan. Sensing her calm demeanor and efficiency in her role, Gabimaru experiences a newfound fear, realizing the formidable opponent he is up against. This fear intensifies when Sagiri boldly asserts that Gabimaru remains deeply in love with his wife, striking a nerve within him. However, just as Gabimaru braces himself for his impending fate, Sagiri presents a startling proposition. She offers him a complete pardon and government protection, not only for himself, but also for his beloved wife. The condition? Gabimaru must embark on a perilous mission that defies death itself. He is to journey to the legendary land of Shinsekyo, whispered to possess the mythical elixir of immortality. In this race against other death row criminals, Gabimaru must retrieve the elixir, competing for a chance at eternal life. Driven by the promise of a peaceful life with his wife, the prospect of redemption, and an opportunity to defy his cursed existence, Gabimaru unhesitatingly accepts the mission. His determination to secure a future with his beloved wife overrides any apprehensions, plunging him into a world where life, death, and the pursuit of immortality collide. Sagiri recalls her early training as an executioner and the difficulty she had overcoming her fear and hesitation. The story shifts to a crucial moment as over 30 condemned criminals, blindfolded and willing to embark on a dangerous mission, gather together. They receive their instructions from the 11th Seitai Shogun, Nariyoshi Tokugawa. To demonstrate the grave dangers they must face, the criminals witness an officer who has returned from a previous expedition but has been transformed, with flowers mysteriously blooming from his body. Each criminal is assigned a Yamada Aseman as their companion for the mission. However, they are informed that their numbers must be reduced, leading to a chaotic killing spree among the criminals. Amidst the chaos, the Shogun revels in the carnage unfolding before him. Gabimaru steps forward and confronts him. He questions the brutality of the selection process, suggesting that there must be a better way to choose the participants for the mission. In response, the Shogun's head guard offers a coveted spot on the mission to anyone who can kill Gabimaru. Reluctantly, Gabimaru is forced to fight for his life, using his tied-up hands to brutally eliminate his attackers. As the names of the 10 prisoners chosen for the mission are announced, including Gabimaru's, Sagiri has a profound realization. She understands that her struggle is not solely about overcoming the fear of taking lives, but rather accepting the tremendous burden of responsibility for the lives she must end. This realization highlights the moral dilemma Sagiri faces as an executioner, grappling with the weight of her actions and the toll they take on her conscience. This scene delves into the complex themes of morality, the cost of taking lives, and the personal struggles of Sagiri and Gabimaru. It raises questions about the ethics of the mission and the inherent challenges faced by those tasked with executing justice. Through these characters' experiences, we explore the inner turmoil and conflicts that arise in the face of life and death decisions, adding depth to the narrative and provoking thought-provoking discussions about the nature of responsibility and the consequences of one's actions. In this pivotal moment, Gabimaru's belief in the existence of the elixir of immortality, Tokijiku no Kaganomi, is reinforced when he witnesses the chief of Iwagakure surviving fatal injuries. This sighting fuels his determination to find the elixir. As Gabimaru and Sagiri arrive at the shore of their destination, he expresses his uncertainty about whether the elixir is truly located in this place. Suddenly, their tranquility is shattered as they come under attack from Twisted Keiun, a condemned criminal known for his mastery of weapons. Accompanying Keiun is Yamada Asaemon Kisho. Despite being restrained with his hands tied, Gabimaru skillfully survives Keiun's onslaught and turns the tables, brutally killing him with his own weapons. Sagiri, who initially insisted on Gabimaru's hands being tied, witnesses his unwavering determination and prowess in combat. As Kisho retrieves Keiun's severed head and prepares to return to the boat, he shares a grim prediction with Sagiri. He reveals that the condemned criminals have already begun eliminating each other, implying that only a few will survive. However, this ruthless competition will only result in Iwagakure sending a new group of criminals in their place. This revelation adds a layer of brutality and desperation to the mission, highlighting the harsh reality faced by the participants. After Kisho's departure, Gabimaru makes a shocking move. He attacks Sagiri with a sword, intending to eliminate any obstacles in his quest for the elixir. However, despite his resolve, Gabimaru finds himself unable to deliver the killing blow.
仕方ない時は仕方ないさ。悪いが死んでくれ。わしは何をためらってる。なぜだ。わしは伽藍のガビマルだ。悪ほど人を殺してきた。なぜだ。どうしてためらう。何も感じないはずだろう。
そうだった。この男はずっと今と同じ顔を何かに耐えるような目をしていた。
In a moment of clarity, both Gabimaru and Sagiri come to a profound realization. They understand that Gabimaru's refusal to become emotionless and hollow, fueled by his love for his wife, is not a weakness but a strength. Accepting and embracing his emotions allows him to retain his humanity and grants him the capacity for compassion and empathy. Meanwhile, another condemned criminal, Tamiya Gantetsusai, encounters a bizarre and unsettling phenomenon. He is stung by a butterfly with a human face, causing his left hand to wither and sprout flowers. Gantetsusai's encounter with this mysterious creature foreshadows the impending confrontation with strange monsters and the bizarre creatures that surround both him and Gabimaru. Gantetsusai reveals to his companion, Yamada Asaemon Fuchi, the reason behind his death sentence. Motivated by his desire to simply search for the elixir, Gantetsusai sets out to eliminate the other criminals participating in the mission. Meanwhile, Gabimaru and Sagiri find themselves in a perilous situation as they encounter a variety of enormous and fantastical creatures with Buddha-like features. The danger escalates when one of these creatures attacks and injures Gabimaru. Realizing they are surrounded by numerous opponents with unknown abilities, Gabimaru throws caution to the wind and relies solely on his instincts for survival. He engages in a fierce battle, destroying most of the creatures and unexpectedly protecting Sagiri in the process. Just as the situation intensifies, Yamada Asaemon Genji arrives on the scene, accompanied by Yamada Asaemon Senta and the ninja criminal Yuzuriha. Genji, now separated from his original charge, joins forces with Gabimaru to confront the remaining opponents. Yuzuriha offers her assistance, having gathered valuable information on the creatures by experimenting on Muromakia, the apostate, before she killed him. During their conversation, Sagiri suddenly loses consciousness and collapses, adding a sense of urgency and concern to the already chaotic situation. Meanwhile, another group of individuals, Aza Chobe and his younger brother Yamada Asaemon Toma, face a similar horde of monsters. At first, Aza feels in control of the situation, but as the battle unfolds, he is wounded and Toma is captured. Fueled by a surge of uncontrollable rage, Aza enters a berserker state and mercilessly cuts the monsters to pieces. Sagiri wakes up to find they have moved away from the butterflies, whose poisonous scales caused her to faint. Gabimaru informs the others that during his exploration alone, he made a startling discovery. Many of the plants on the island were once samurai who were sent by the shogun. Senta also contributes to the group's knowledge by sharing what he has learned since their arrival. Genji proposes that he takes over Sagiri's role in guarding Gabimaru, citing her lack of battle skills. However, Sagiri firmly refuses, displaying her determination and resolve to fulfill her duty. She is determined to prove herself and contribute to their mission. Meanwhile, Yamada Iseman Tenza and the criminal Nurugai attempt to leave the island by boat. Their escape is thwarted when they encounter a graveyard of samurai ships. As they try to navigate through the wrecks, they are attacked by monsters. In the midst of their struggle, they stumble upon Yamada Iseman Kisho, who is still alive, but now has flowers sprouting from his body. Nurugai, burdened by guilt and the weight of responsibility for the downfall of the Sanka people, loses hope and resigns herself to her fate. However, Tenza refuses to give up and rallies her to fight alongside him as they make their way back to the island. While drying their clothes after their ordeal, Tenza makes a surprising discovery. Nurugai is revealed to be a young woman. This revelation adds an unexpected layer of complexity to their dynamic and relationship. They decide to circle the island together in search of a possible escape route. Meanwhile, Gabimaru empowers Sagiri, instilling in her the confidence to stand her ground and embrace the path of a samurai. This clashes with Genji's perspective, who insists that Sagiri should conform to traditional gender roles as a wife and mother. The contrasting viewpoints highlight the struggle between societal expectations and personal aspirations. Suddenly, Rokuroda, known as the Giant of Bison, emerges and launches a vicious attack. He mercilessly tears a large piece out of Genji's body, adding a shocking and intense moment to the unfolding events. In this part of the story, Genji sustains a fatal wound during their confrontation with Rokuroda. Despite his dire condition, he urges Sagiri to flee, sacrificing himself to save her. Just as Rokuroda is about to launch a devastating attack on Sagiri, Gabimaru comes to her rescue, stepping in to protect her. Gabimaru attempts to analyze Rokuroda's abilities, searching for any weakness he can exploit. However, he finds that Rokuroda appears to have no discernible vulnerabilities. In the midst of the intense battle, Genji, on the brink of death, recognizes Sagiri's unique position. She embodies a balance between heart and reason, weakness and strength. As his final act, he entrusts her with his blade, recognizing her potential and the importance of her role. Sagiri, armed with Genji's blade, manages to slice off one of Rokuroda's fingers, displaying her growing skill and determination. However, despite their combined efforts, Gabimaru and Sagiri find themselves completely overwhelmed by Rokuroda's overwhelming power. In a desperate move, Gabimaru unleashes his Ninpo aesthetic blade mode techniques, conjuring balls of flame to attack Rokuroda. The resulting fire engulfs the jungle, filling the air with thick smoke that deprives Rokuroda of oxygen. Weakened by the lack of air, Rokuroda collapses to his knees, providing an opportunity for Sagiri to deliver a decisive blow by decapitating him. The raging fire and the commotion of the battle attract the attention of the island's other giant monsters, posing a new threat to Gabimaru and Sagiri. In order to escape the inferno and the approaching creatures, they make their way in the direction from which the monsters came. Both Gabimaru and Sagiri recognize the urgency of finding the elixir of immortality. They understand that the sooner they obtain it, the more lives they can save, and the closer they will be to leaving the treacherous island. Along their journey, they reunite with Senta and Yuzuriha, forming a small group that continues to navigate the challenges of the island together. Their perseverance leads them to a village, providing a temporary respite from the dangers that surround them. Meanwhile, as Azachobe and his younger brother Toma fight off the monsters that attack them, they stumble upon a peculiar scene in the jungle. They come across two naked, androgynous individuals locked in an intimate embrace, sharing a passionate kiss amidst the chaotic backdrop of the island. Aza and Toma find themselves confronted by two Tensen, divine beings who view humans as intruders on the island. The tension rises as Aza and Toma face off against these powerful entities. Meanwhile, Gabimaru's group encounters a mysterious young girl. Intrigued, Gabimaru chases after her, only to discover her formidable abilities and her protector, a towering wooden creature. In a fierce battle, Gabimaru and Yuzuriha manage to defeat both the girl and the wooden entity. To their surprise, the defeated wooden being offers to guide them to a nearby village. Following the creature's lead, Gabimaru's group reaches the village where they encounter Hoko, the wooden being, and a young companion named Mei. Hoko kindly welcomes them and offers them fruit. He reveals that the village is called Kotaku and is situated on the island of Shinsekia. Hoko proceeds to provide them with valuable information about the island. He explains that Shinsekia is divided into 3 distinct regions. The coastal area and surrounding forest are known as Eishu. The village they are currently in is located in Hojo. The central region enveloped in mist is called Harai, and it is where the coveted elixir known as Tan can be found. Hoko reveals that the Harai region is inhabited by godlike beings called Tenzin who possess immortality. Meanwhile, Aza and Toma face a formidable challenge as they encounter the 2 lovers who are Tenzin. Overwhelmed by their power, the brothers are defeated and thrown into a pit. In this pit, they are subjected to a transformative process that turns them into flowers, serving as the source of the elixir Tan. At Sagiri's urging, Gabimaru takes a moment to bathe and reflect on his wife's advice. He recalls her wise words, emphasizing the importance of relaxation in order to be mentally and physically prepared for the battles that lie ahead. This brief respite allows Gabimaru to recharge and gather his strength for the upcoming challenges in their quest for the elixir of immortality. Tenza Aza reflects on his difficult early life as a street urchin, highlighting the moment when his potential was recognized by the master Yamada Aseman Shion, who took him in as a student. This pivotal event shaped Tenza's path and ignited his journey as a warrior. Continuing their exploration of the island, Tenza and Nurugai are suddenly interrupted by a powerful androgynous Tenzin with flame-colored hair. The Tenzin effortlessly tosses Tenza aside, showcasing its superior strength. Tenza, relying on his agility and speed, attempts to strike at the Tenzin, successfully severing its head. However, to their astonishment, the Tenzin regenerates itself and relentlessly pursues them undeterred. Just as all hope seems lost, the blind yet seasoned warrior Shion comes to their rescue. With precise and swift movements, Shion decapitates the Tenzin, demonstrating his mastery in combat. Shion reveals that he had previously killed the criminal Akaginu who had tried to seduce him. However, he confesses that he was unable to find an exit from the island. Tragically, the Tenzin strikes again, delivering a fatal blow to Shion's throat. In a final act of selflessness, Tenza, fueled by desperation to save Shion and Nurugai, confronts the Tenzin with nothing but his bare hands. Despite knowing the risk, Tenza engages in a fierce battle, sacrificing his own life in order to create an opportunity for Shion and Nurugai to escape the clutches of the Tenzin. This poignant sacrifice highlights Tenza's unwavering loyalty and his willingness to give everything for those he cares about. It is a testament to his character and serves as a heart-wrenching reminder of the dangers and sacrifice faced by the characters in their quest for survival and the elixir of immortality. Gabimaru, growing impatient and driven by his determination, ventures alone towards Harai, the central region of the island. Along his path, he passes by motionless trees that chant sacred sutras, creating an eerie atmosphere. Eventually, he arrives at a temple where he encounters the same formidable Tenzin that had previously defeated the Aza brothers. Realizing that his usual techniques and skills are ineffective against the Tenzin's rapid regeneration, Gabimaru becomes desperate. He launches a series of relentless and rapid attacks, pushing himself to the limit. Finally, his persistent assault pays off and he manages to overcome the Tenzin. However, as the Tenzin succumbs, it transforms into a grotesque creature, half plant and half human, surrounded by flowers. The monstrous entity immediately launches an attack, seizing Gabimaru. Drawing upon his training and recalling his teachings, Gabimaru musters his remaining strength to deliver the most powerful attack he can muster, creating a momentary respite. In a timely intervention, Mei comes to his rescue, providing assistance and aiding in his escape from the clutches of the monstrous creature. Hoko, the wooden being, offers to guide Sagiri and the others to Harai and help in the search for Mei. Meanwhile, the 7 Tenzin, Shangdi Samatapadra, Daddy Aksho, Jijun Amakavadra, Sagacious Daishing Ratna, Yuanjun Tathada, Gonggong Manjusri, and defied Dijun Kundi gather to assess the situation and partake in the elixir, further revealing their divine nature and immortality. Hoko explains that all the humans who once inhabited the island eventually underwent a transformation, turning into plants. This revelation adds to the mystery and danger that surround the quest for the elixir of immortality. As Gabimaru regains consciousness, he encounters Tamiya Gantetsusai and Yamada Aseman Fuchi, signaling a convergence of characters and further developments in their journey. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Until next time, stay tuned for more recaps, and see you in the next one.